What's up, guys? Welcome to JMac Sports Cards. My name is Jason. Card show story time. We're going to tell a couple of stories, give some inputs on my recent show I did in Birmingham. Also, at the end, I'll do and show some recent PC pickups. Stay tuned. Let's jump into it. All right, what's up, guys? Hope everyone is doing well today. This will be the second installment of this series called Card Show Story Time, where I go over and talk about some things going on at shows, things that I've noticed could use some airtime, should be talked about. You know, there's a lot of negativity in the hobby. There's a lot of people, making videos about the exodus in the hobby.
Dad? Is it over?
Ma'am?
It's just beginning.
We're gonna get Mom and Kirby and we're gonna get to the caves.
But there's some positives going on, and I'm going to talk about some of the positive things I saw at the recent show I went to in Trustville, Alabama, just outside of Birmingham, and then just maybe some tips and pointers for dealers setting up at shows. Point number one I wanted to make here is there are a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of influencers making videos about people, like I said, leaving the hobby and whatnot. But I want to say at this particular show, it was very interesting. I was talking to people as they were coming by the table, and one after another, having small talk, talking to people. I think I counted probably 8 to 10 people that said they just got into the hobby within the last 30, 60 days. So that kind of contrasts and is the polar opposite of what a lot of the influencers are saying, that everyone's leaving the hobby.
And it's a lie they tell you over and over again.
Could it be that for every one person that leaves, there's somebody else entering? And these people that are coming in now are picking the right time, honestly. So anyway, that was just something interesting that I picked up on and observed at this recent show, that there was a lot of new people in the hobby. There were quite a few people, at least 3 or 4, that said it was their very first show they've ever been to. I made it a point to be very positive and help them out any way I could, answer any questions. So it was fun talking to new people in the hobby. Second point I wanted to make here is that never, ever, ever make the mistake of not looking through people who have, maybe it looks pretty junky. They come to your table, they got a shoebox full of raw cards or binders of what appears to be junk wax, right? So I will say, if you look over the course of some of my videos, you can see some of the crazy good cards I've found in, people's lots or collections that come to the table that look just like that. And at a show in South Carolina, a guy had a shoebox full of cards that looked, most of them weren't in penny sleeves or even top loaded. I've got a Peyton Manning Topps Chrome rookie and a Joe Montana Topps rookie. Just picked up a lot here from a gentleman. It's pretty cool, kind of rare stuff you don't see too often. This was not that big, but it's a Griffey Shaq Beam Team. Wanted to get my hands on one of those for a while. Mike Evans patch auto, nothing big there. Griffey rookie upper deck, and a Montana. This one looks pretty freaking good, so we'll be grading that one. And a Manning Topps Chrome right there. So pretty cool pickup. Guy had a shoebox full of cards. So just, you never know what you can see here at the shows, man. The Peyton Manning, I graded it PSA. It came back a 9. I sold it for whatever the market value was, like $120 or something like that. The Joe Montana came back a SGC Authentic. It was pretty clean. It looked like a 7 or 8, but it was a little bit miscut. It was like tilted a little bit. So I got the Authentic, but I sold it for around what a SGC 7 or PSA 7 was selling for at the time. So that's one example. Then at this recent show, there were a couple of guys I did deals with. The one was all of those Hank Aaron's I bought. This guy had tons of junk wax. He had like a 88 score set, and he thought he had, it was a score collector set. He thought it was the most amazing thing. I educated him and told him, man, most of this stuff is really not worth, 50 cents to $1 tops. Some of your Jordan Jordans might be worth $1 or $2. You know, he thought they were big money cards. You know, you know, but those Hank Aaron's, I think a couple of them are going to grade well. And then the other guy who had the Tom Brady press pass Torkers rookie card, and like a Russell Westbrook, it was a bronze refractor rookie number 2008, a Jamal Charles bronze Bowman number 250, all those things. And if you just saw what he had in hand, most dealers would have turned their nose up and just not even looked. So those were some awesome finds and awesome. So long story short here on that, more of the story is don't judge a book by its cover. I think it's a mistake that a lot of dealers make. They just look at what it looks like and they're just turned off by it. So don't make that mistake. Point number 3, this will be more of a from a dealer's perspective on how I see a lot of other dealers is you gotta be personable, and this, you know, this is a learned skill. These are learned skills that you have to, you know, kind of learn through experience and doing it. But you need to talk to people at shows, even if it's just small talk, talking about where they're from, you know, what they collect. You know, just small talk, you know, and there's a fine line between this, because some people do come to your table and they do not want to be bothered. They just want to look at your cards. So there's a balance here between it, right? All my shows improve quite a bit when I talk to people, and a lot of times people will come back if they don't buy something or make a deal right away. They do come back. I had several people at this last show that came back 3 to 4 times, and most of them, they didn't know me. They didn't know me from YouTube. They didn't know I had a YouTube channel. It was just we had good conversations. We were talking sports, we were talking cards, we were talking hobby, we were talking, you know, life. And so that's something that a lot of dealers start setting up shows and become a dealer, but it's just like running a business. You know, if you don't have the skills, customer service skills, your business is going to probably struggle. So I think a lot of dealers, that is the case as well. They struggle at shows because they're not interacting with people, connecting with people, being more personable. So anyway, work on that. We all need to work. I need to continue to work on it. I need to continue to be, you know, a better communicator and connecting with people. To that same thread, I also wanted to just make a point that, like, even people that come to the table and they don't want to talk, I always make it a point to tell people that my stickers and the prices are negotiable, because a lot of dealers, they're very, you know, they're by the book. The Beckett says this, or my sticker is my sticker. That's the price. I don't care about comps.
Get off my lawn.
I tell people I'm negotiable and fair. If my prices don't make sense, tell me why and let's talk about it. And I'll more than likely make a deal with you. Certain cards, that may not be the case, but a majority of the cards, there's room on them. So that's another point for dealers, is to not be such a stickler. Are you coming to show? Do you want to sell cards? A lot of times at a show, people are looking for almost like a yard sale type, where they can negotiate, they can haggle. I mean, you and me as well, right? If we go to shows, we want to be able to negotiate. We want to be able to get deals. So everyone wants to do that. So, and last point here, respect everybody. Like the new people in the hobby, I made it a point in my last video to kind of throw up on the text on the screen to respect everybody. And yes, we can get some deals sometimes to come through our tables, but I would say don't lowball and basically steal from people. You know, like this Hank Aaron lot I bought, another dealer really lowballed the guy, gave him like 30-40% comps off, and offer for about 30 to 40% of comps. And I mean, this is vintage stuff that, you know, raw prices on it. If you grade it, let's just say whatever the comps are, I'll pay strong on vintage. If it's, you know, it's good, it's not reprints, it's not fake. And if it's raw, I'll pay good, strong prices on raw vintage, because there's really upside to the grading aspect of vintage, right? So I paid strong on those Hank Aaron's. I educated the guy, though. That guy was, you know, first show, right? He was just trying to get a feel for what he had. And so I educated him. I told him the prices on what, you know, what stuff's selling for. And I gave him 60 to 70% offer and bought those cards from him. He felt good about it. Next day, he came back to the show and was dealing some more with other people. So same thing with the guy with the Brady, you know, made a good deal, and he felt good about it. So that's it. That's my rant and my soapbox about shows, but a lot of positives and a lot of good things going on in the hobby. So not all negative. Here's some PC pickups recently. First one is a Jonathan Stewart early select. It's a Gold Zone number to 50 auto. So I had this the Gold Zone non-auto version. You can see on the back it's number to 50. And when I was researching that card, I graded it recently. The non-auto that came up in my search, and I was like, man, and it was cheap. It was like $15. So added that to the PC. Then I picked up a Luke Kuechly Prism rookie here. These are pretty cheap as well, $10 or less, $10-15, and I believe he's going to be automatic Hall of Famer in my opinion. I think he's going to get in pretty easily into the Hall of Fame. Also picked up a Topps Chrome auto. You can see back here I got his right there. It's this camo rookie. I just didn't have a Topps Chrome auto, rookie auto, so pretty excited to pick that one up. Picked this up recently as well off of eBay. It's a blue Topps Superlative Rookies die cut cam, jersey numbered 1 of 50, and it's the BGS 95. So pretty stoked about that one. And then a couple of these I made Instagram reels about. So a lot of times I make reels even if hadn't made a video. So make sure to check me out, JMac Sports Cards on Instagram as well. And then this bad boy, practicing what I preached. I have a couple saved eBay searches, and this was one of them. So this is a SGC 10 pristine gold label. As you can see, it's gold, so essentially deemed perfect by SGC, and it's the flagship Topps rookie. It's not Topps Chrome, but it is Topps, and it's a Pop 1. I submitted an offer on it, basically 3x what Raw was selling for on it, or not 3x Raw, 3x what an SGC 10 was selling for. So I offered 3 times, and I mentioned that in the message in the offer that I sent. They got accepted immediately. So long term, I feel like he's got a pretty good outside shot of also getting into the Hall of Fame. You're probably going to just bash me in the comments and say that's not true. Look at his rushing stats, though. He's got almost double what any other quarterback has in rushing touchdowns. I think Steve Young has like 43. He's second behind Cam. Cam's got like 77 rushing touchdowns. He's in the upper echelon of running backs all time, but he's a quarterback, so he's got the passing stats as well as an MVP, and as well as going to the Super Bowl and to the playoffs several times. So he's got an outside shot. I'm not saying he's getting in. I'm thinking that he might possibly one day get in, but he was a game changer, no doubt about it. So anyway, guys, if you're enjoying this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, let me know about some other tips or things that you have noted or noticed that will make a better experience for dealers and for people coming to shows, interacting with dealers. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think. So that's all I got till next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Deuces.